We are excited to launch our brand new community in Upper Swan, Western Australia, Clementine. This site is rich with history, ex-farmland that is located within the Swan Valley's historic agricultural area with beautiful views of the Allen Brook running along the western border. Before the new community at Clementine starts to take shape, we wanted to speak to the former landowners, our soon-to-be neighbours and local community members about this unique and wonderful space. It is important to us that the future of Clementine recognises the past and that we embrace the history of the site when designing the neighbourhood that a future generation will love to call home.
I come from a long line of farmers really on my maternal side. Well, I think coming from that long line, you like to just explore what your life perhaps might have been like had you been born a generation or 2 or 4 or 5 ago. And when you start looking down those tracks, you find fascinating stories about people and their survival.
This was Auntie and Uncle's, Joseph's property. They came from Dalmatia, Croatia. Uncle came on a false passport. He bought a wheelbarrow and he went all on, the outback. He found a lot of gold and bought, I think it was about 80 acres.
We used to work hard, we always had jobs to do in the vineyard and that. And we had our orange tree and our lemon tree and used to grow spuds and tomatoes and cabbages and all that sort of thing. Used to go down the riverbank and swimming, and some of the neighbourhood kids used to come and join us, come home covered in mud.
Well, Auntie and Uncle couldn't have children, so Milan was sent out all on his own on the boat. Yes, he came here and this is where he lived until he died. And I said to his auntie, I said, I'd like to make a garden out the front. And she said, oh no, you'll never be able to have a garden. And I thought, don't ever say never to me, because I made a huge garden.
There's always that common understanding about how humbling it is to try to grow anything, and so you speak that same language.
Well, Dad was born in John Street, West Swan, and grew up on a vineyard. He went away with the occupational forces to Japan, and when he came back with the help of his dad, he bought the vineyard, which is part of Clementine. So when he bought it, it only had currants on it, but my dad turned his hand to everything, from growing watermelons, rock melons, peas, beans, figs, lemons, zucchini, squash, tomatoes, pumpkins.
You had no overhead worries like you've got today, no pressure. Yeah. You just lived each day as it came and that was it.
My advice to new families here would be to really embrace the outdoor lifestyle that's available, to get out and walk and see some of the really nice, really beautiful sights that are here, and to be involved in some of the community building activities so they can really feel connected to each other and supported by other people.
And it's just a beautiful sense of freedom out here.
Who else can look out their window and see the most beautiful sunsets, can see the ranges? I honestly do not believe that any other area would offer me the same pleasure.
Now you've got that history that is there if people want to explore it, combined with the opportunities for recreation, fine dining. You don't have to go into Perth, you don't have to brave the rat race. There's so much here, it's just a matter of really walking or getting on a bike and exploring it slowly.
Wow, it's so special to look at all these photos and all the memories that have been made here, and to think that there's going to be a whole bunch of new families moving in and creating special memories here at Clementine.
Very exciting.